Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the promo images for episode 5, The Come of the Ones Who Live. All right, so this is the first image, and we have Rick and Michonne. They're in the woods. This must be near the cabin that we see them in the trailer. And Michonne has her rebar that she took with her, and Rick has his swagger back. Check out, he kind of has a little bit of the head tilt going, and he has a machete, and we know what Rick Grimes does with machetes. So these people, if they are meaning them harm, we know they're not in for a good time with Machete Rick. So yeah, that's what we're seeing here. And yeah, I'm excited for Machete Rick. Machete Rick is an awesome Rick. So we have Denai here, and looking beautiful as ever, looking at Rick, and Michonne looking at Rick, and maybe they're talking more about what happened while they were away from each other. Maybe she's telling him maybe something about the Whisperers, that because Michonne does not know that the Whisperers are completely taken care of. At least I don't think so. Is that right? I do know she talks to Judith one time, and I think Judith lies to her. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back. It's been a while. I'd have to go back and watch the main show again, those episodes. But I don't think Michonne knows that the Whisperers have been taken care of. But anyway, they could be talking about anything here, but it is good to see them two in a scene together. Ooh, so Rick has been injured somehow. It looks like a pretty clean cut. I wonder if he's been slashed at, maybe slashed with a knife. That's awful close to his eye, but he seems to be fine. I have spoiler. This could contain spoilers. I should have said that at the beginning. Yeah, we won't get into it. We'll just talk about it. I don't want to ruin anything for anyone. But yeah, so we don't know what the injury is, but he seems to be okay. And I think I see Michonne's hair, so that could be Michonne that he's looking at, talking to. So Michonne is looking pretty intent at someone. Intently? You know what I mean. I haven't had coffee yet. But this looks, in the main overall trailer, not just like an episode trailer, but in the trailer for the whole series as a whole, we see Michonne walking through, it looks like some type of a warehouse or garage with tarps hanging, and she's carrying a machine, pow. I have to be careful what I say on YouTube. But yeah, and I wonder how she gets that, because she didn't have it in the last episode. It wasn't in the truck. So where does she get this heavy weaponry? That's what we'll call it. We'll call it weaponry, because we have to be careful, or projectile weaponry, because I do have to be careful what I say on YouTube. Ooh, Rick is not injured here, and that head is tilted. And he has his small pow pointed at someone. Who has tried to cross Rick? Is this maybe the person that we saw stalking them from the woods in the long coat? Could this be someone from the CRM that's trying to track them down? We'll have to wait and see. Could it be Jadis? I don't know. I don't. Like I said, I've heard some spoilers, but I'm not going to give anything away. Because this is a theory channel, not really a spoiler channel. Michonne looks to be looking down at someone, and here she looks like she is in that warehouse, and she is wearing the same clothes from the trailer that I was talking about earlier. So yeah, I wonder if I wonder who they've crossed, who's crossed paths with them. And this is Michonne with Rick. It's really hard to tell what's going on here. They do seem to be in that warehouse type building. With tarps or tents or something hanging, and also in the overall trailer for the show, we do see Jadis in this building. So we could have Jadis in this episode. We could. I don't know for sure, but we could. Here we see Rick and Michonne, and it's good to see mom and dad together. They're on the same page, and they're just looking at each other very lovingly, and that's good to see. I'm happy to see this. Who knows what they're talking about? We'll have to wait and see. Ooh, those eyes. Man, she has killer eyes. With the blur, I'm pretty sure that's Rick. Who knows what they're talking about? Again, we don't know. They do seem to still be in that building, that warehouse with the tarps and stuff. So I think that must be like a pretty big setting in this episode. Yeah, but we'll just have to wait and see. Ooh, now Michonne has a pow pow, and we see Rick coming up behind her. They are clearly dealing with some people in this episode, but Rick has her back. Ooh. Okay, so now we have Rick injured. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. That kind of looks like a knife wound because it's just so clean. Could he be shot in the head? Maybe like a grazing shot, like a, I don't know. I don't know if a gun, probably not. I don't know if a bullet would do a wound like that. But it would be an interesting kind of a callback to Carl, even though it doesn't hit him in the face. I mean, in the eye. You know what I mean? If it is a gunshot, it's just a glancing. I mean, a glancing blow. Now here we have Michonne with the heavy weaponry I was talking about, and she does. Maybe this isn't a warehouse. That kind of looks like. Are they in a store? Maybe. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. But Michonne is clearly after someone, and she must get this weaponry in this building. Ooh, Rick looks to be caught here. Something about the way this picture looks. It looks like Rick he's being held at Pow Pow Point. They're clearly in that same building. I wonder if Jadis has caught up with them here, and she's holding Rick. And maybe Michonne's sneaking up on Jadis here, if that's the case. But I something about this. Rick looks like he's somewhat fearful here. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, now this is Michonne's looking at a character that I don't recognize, and it's we see the character stalking them, but it's also been kind of rumored that there are new characters. And this kind of hints at that because we see the people in the trailer that we don't know who they are. One was on the ground, and it might be a walker above that person, or it could be someone helping them up. I'm not sure, just from the trailer, because they show it so fast. Somebody in my breakdown of the teaser thought that was Althea that was on the ground, and I can see what they said. I can see where they see that. So, but yeah, this is clearly not Althea that she's talking. Now, Rick seems to be in a better place right here than where I think he was a while ago. That other picture, I thought he was being maybe in the process of someone trying to capture him. But Rick looks to be, even though he's bloodied, I think he's okay here. And they still seem to be in that same building. And then we're back to the first picture. So, guys, we made it through all the promo images for episode 5. Let me know what you think of these images in the comments. And, guys, I will see you in the next video.